GTA Online turns 13 this year. In that time, tens of millions of people have logged in, run heists, bought a garage full of cars they never drive, and quit long before they ever saw 8 figures in the bank. But somewhere out there, a tiny sliver of players took this game way more seriously than Rockstar probably ever expected. Today we're finding the actual ceiling. The players who pushed their in-game bank balance further than almost anyone else on the planet. And by the end of this video, the number is going to sound fake. It isn't. First, quick reality check on what money even means in this game. Back in 2013, a mission might pay you a few grand, and your first million felt like an event. Rockstar has spent over a decade inflating that ceiling. Heists, then businesses, bunkers, nightclubs, the Diamond Casino heist, and eventually Cayo Perico, which let dedicated players clear $1 million in a single 20-minute run. So today, $10 million is a weekend. $100 million is a few weeks of consistent grinding. $500 million is months. And $1 billion? That's the point where casual grinding stops and something closer to a second job begins. Here's the problem with trying to crown a richest player, though. There's no leaderboard. Rockstar has never published one. Every name in this video comes from screenshots, Reddit posts, and social club profiles that players have shared themselves, which means we have to be careful. Search richest GTA Online player, and you'll immediately hit accounts claiming trillions or quadrillions of dollars. Ignore all of them. Numbers that big don't come from grinding, they come from mod menus and save exploits, and Rockstar treats them as violations, not achievements. So for this video, one rule: no mods, no hacked balances, nothing that isn't backed up by actual gameplay evidence. Once you filter those out, the real contenders get a lot more interesting. Start with a Reddit user who goes by Jamcar70. In 2022, they posted proof of a $1 billion bank balance next to a playtime counter reading just over 2 years. Roughly 18,000 hours logged since the game's 2013 launch. The internet's first reaction wasn't awe, it was confusion, because Jamcar70 admitted in the comments that most of those hours weren't spent actively playing at all. They parked their character in front of the nightclub's security cameras, a passive mechanic that keeps the business generating cash while you're technically in-game but doing nothing, and just let the balance climb for months at a time. In their own words, it was slow, but it worked. $1 billion, largely earned while AFK. Then there's Chloe Wade, a name that circulated on the GTA subreddit after they posted a $2 billion balance that got so much traffic the moderators had to lock the comments. What made Chloe Wade's story different is that their first billion came before Cayo Perico even existed, built almost entirely off running the Diamond Casino heist twice a day, every day, for a full year. When people asked why anyone would grind toward a number that big in a video game, Chloe Wade's answer was refreshingly simple. Watching the balance go up scratches the same itch that racers get from winning, or PvP players get from a kill streak. Not a flex, just a habit that never really shut off. But the player who actually breaks the scale is a YouTuber known as ChrisGamer1996. Their Rockstar social club page, public, verifiable, no mod flags, shows total lifetime earnings of roughly $17.3 billion, with about $4.8 billion of that spent back into the game over the years. Strip out the spending and their surviving balance sits at around $12.2 billion. Most of it stacked through repeated Cayo Perico runs, plus close to $1 billion each from a maxed-out bunker and nightclub operation running in the background. ChrisGamer1996 has well over 100 archived live streams of the actual grind, some going back years, showing the slow climb from a few hundred million to a number most players will never even type into a calculator. So where does that leave the richest player question? Jamcar70 proved you could hit $1 billion almost entirely on autopilot. Chloe Wade proved a single heist, repeated with enough discipline, could get you there twice as fast. And ChrisGamer1996 took every single method the game has ever offered, heists, businesses, Cayo Perico, years of consistent grinding, and pushed it further than anyone else with public, verifiable proof. Somewhere out there, there's probably someone with an even bigger balance who's never posted a screenshot. But right now, based on everything documented and out in the open, ChrisGamer1996 is sitting at the top of GTA Online's wealthiest players. No mods, no shortcuts, just an absurd number of hours spent doing it the legitimate way.